cafe. Anyway, la la la.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Bomb Cyclone. Cyclone bomb. Cyclone bomb. That's what we got here is a cyclone bomb.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I'm Mike Matthews and I'm singing to you. Hey, what a great day. I think you're gonna enjoy this podcast. What the hey? It's full of interesting facts and Mike Matthews tells you to relax and enjoy the show. Here we go. Oh no. I got some more stuff I gotta do. I got more work I gotta do.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
You go home and then you go, I got more work I gotta do. What is that? How does that happen?
Mike's
I don't know.
Daily
But what I do
Podcast
is bring this podcast to you. And I shouldn't complain because the past 2 days I have not had to commute. Because, well, we all had the day off on Monday, didn't we? I hope we did. And this is episode 2538. The last podcast was called Inclement. A very difficult word to say for me. Maybe for you too. But the thing is, the reason why I was like, I'm not going to go in today is because by the time I usually get to work a little bit later in the day, the heavy rain was supposed to start. And we've been getting it. It's starting to come down now. And hopefully the power won't go out as I'm bringing you this podcast. But we did have, it kind of ramped up very slowly today. We had rain early in the day and then it just sort of was gloomy, windy weather. And an harbinger for the inclement weather, the weather that's coming up, that's going to make us go, we're really feeling wetter with this weather. And that's what happened. But my big point today is the Mike Matthews New Tunes Feud.
And here's today's podcast picture.
We're going to get to the Mike Matthews New Tunes Feud in just a few. The podcast picture today, I'm thinking of going back in time to a better time when it was a little less gloomy and gray and foreboding. Oh, those are all great words we could use for the podcast, foreboding. But yes, maybe I'll find something a little cheery from a year ago when we were still in a drought. I don't care what you say. If you tell me that we're still in a drought, that's right. And the late great Basil the Boxer completely agrees. If you have the audacity to say we're in a drought, I'm gonna throw some water in your face. Just whatever I'm drinking, it goes right into your face. Because that's just, come on. You know why I know we're not in a drought? Because I spent New Year's Eve the entire day sucking up water with my dry vac. The entire day. And I was aching the next day. I was so sore. That's how I know. So don't ever say, oh, hey, we got Rocky the cat, not the squirrel, but the cat. Come on up. Hey, Rocky, do you want to say something to everybody? Uh-oh. Oh, your butt is all messed up. That's not good when your little kitten's butt's messed up and you just picked him up from the butt. Oh, let's see if we can hear you purr. Hang on. I put him up to the microphone, but... Oh, maybe you can kind of... Nope, your purr's not coming over the... All right, let me grab a napkin here. Sorry, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. There is a cat walking around cafe anyway. And yes, yours truly did have COVID. And yes, I sound like a smoker. I hate it. You know, once upon a time, they used to tell me, because my voice has always been young sounding, Mike, you know, to get a really cool deep voice, what you need to do is start smoking. Yeah, thank you for that advice. You horrible, horrible person. Why would you say that to anybody? Do you know, supposedly, Rock Hudson, who my dad worked with, actually. He was a stand-in for Rock Hudson for a huge chunk of his career, ending with Macmillan and Wife. In fact, as I was scrambling to try and keep things off the ground, picking up boxes and whatnot in my basement because we were starting to get a flood downstairs in the on New Year's Eve with all the water coming down, and I found an old sweatshirt my dad had that he was given from the people at Universal when they were making Macmillan and Wife, and it's a picture of, it's like an awful looking thing. I would never wear it, but I keep it as a souvenir to remember Dad, and it says Macmillan and Wife on there. Well, Rock Hudson supposedly made his voice deeper. He was told to go out in the cold at the top of this mountain somewhere, like I'll just say an arbitrary mountain in the California area, let's say Mount Shasta, in the cold, and to scream as loud as he could. And that supposedly gave him the Rock Hudson voice. That's what I heard on E. I think it was E television. So you know it's true. But fascinating, isn't it? All right, let's do this wonderful segment called the Mike Matthews New Tunes Feud. All right, we're going to play 2 songs that somebody sent me. 2 different people, not the same person in there too. So that wouldn't be fair. The first song is I was sent to, from a band called Devolve, and that's Evolve with a very small. So you capitalize the word evolve. This is how artists are. They got to have some weird, funky thing. Like when you spell my name, the first letter is really small, and the first A in my name has an umlaut over it. Devolve with a small d and the rest capitalized kicks off 2023 with a rousing piano house slapper featuring an all-time classic soul sample on I Know You Wanna. With a new show on Sirius XM Diplo's Revolution and his Turnt label on the rise, the latest from Devolve follows his Beatport #1 summer cover of Kate Bush's Running Up That Hill and a string of successful remixes. Wasn't Kate Bush already going up the charts with that song, running up the charts with Running Up That Hill this past year or last year? In that awful year with that Stranger Things episode? Using his rework skill set, Devolve turns the volume up on a classic vocal and transforms it into a timeless piano house banger. I don't know what a piano house banger is. I've had banger and squeak before. Banger, I think, is a sausage when you go to Australia. Let's listen to a little bit.
Ain't too proud to...
Piano banger. I get it. Like you're banging the piano as you're playing it and singing some good vibrations, sweet sensations. That was that kind of a piano riff. All right, Devolve is that one. Do you like that one better or this band called Razor Braids? Razor Braids. And they are, let's see, they have a new song. They cover Weezer. They announced their winter tour dates. The newspaper called Bushwick Daily says they have the swagger and confidence of a veteran act. The guitars soar, the rhythm section punches hard, and vocalist bassist Holly Bynum doesn't hold back. Fresh off the heels of a year-end blowout show at Baby's All Right at the end of last year, Razor Braids kicked off 2023 by sharing an ode to one of their favorite cities, Nashville again, as well as a cover of Weezer's Buddy Holly. The band also announced an extensive February-March tour, including a stop in Austin for South by Southwest. Okay, let's check out. Oh, and they're non-binary, but they're an all-female non-binary rock band. How does that work? It's like it's a wet but dry, wet dry vac. I don't know. But here it is. This is their song called Buddy Holly, their cover. Oh my gosh.
Stay and play just like we like to do.
Oh, that must be Nashville again. I don't hear Buddy Holly in there at all. Rocky the kitten is standing on my shoulders now, similar to the picture that I posted, the podcast picture, a little while back. Okay, so which one did you like better? Did you like the first one we played, Devolve? Or did you like Razor Braids? Call me. That's how you let me know. 336-MM Daily. That's 3 + 3 = 6. MM as in Mike Matthews. Daily as in what this podcast tries to be.
Call now. 336-MM Daily.
Let me know. You can also email me, mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. As we go outside of Cafe Anyway, somewhere in Podcastro Valley, the wet Podcastro Valley.
Anyway.
The last place on earth. Cafe Anyway. And look who is here right now. Hi, Mike. It's Benita the Rodeo Queen. How y'all doing? That's a disgruntled fiddle player, tell you what. What? I'm so mad at Kevin McCarthy. He's messing everything up. I hate him so much. But doesn't he love Trump? Didn't he just go to Mar-a-Lago and kiss him and hug him or something? Or he showed up right after January 6th last year? January 6th is just a day in January. Or it's that other Christmas holiday when the wise men showed up with the gifts. It's that holiday, too. Yeah, it's that. It's not the other thing where a bunch of Republicans try to take over the country. Nope. But that's... Look who else is here. Hello, Mike. I make the delicious root beer. That's great. I'm glad you're pouring this root beer as you stand 50 feet away to avoid catching any COVID. Even though I think I'm over it. I'm over root beer. Drink it right now, I'll cut you. All right. Thank you, sir. Oh, that's good. And I did not lose my taste or my smell. Well, my smell for a little bit when my sinuses really got messed up. It was all in my sinuses. That's as you can hear in my voice. It was really bad. That's where it goes to. That's my Achilles heel, is my Achilles sinuses. When that happens, when I get the sicknesses. But yes, thank you. Oh, I feel so much better. There's a lot of vitamin C. And I was taking a lot of vitamin C. Thank you, Brewmaster. Next show, it'll be the wonderful Madame Rootabega, Valentino, and Bison Bentley. And with more ways to reach me, it's A-Frame.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.
That was FF episode 2538, 2538. To catch all the past podcasts, you can go to mikesdailypodcast.com.